There's a new trailer for Demon Slayer Sweep the Board that reveals a couple of really cool details that we've been looking forward to. We get to see a ton of game modes, the boards, but more importantly, we got a release date for Japan at least. It's gonna be April 25th. The game's confirmed to be coming out globally, and maybe it's same day, but we don't have confirmation on the Western release yet. And actually, a quick update, Sega just posted that the game will be coming out globally on April 26th, so only a day after the Japanese release. But more importantly, we have a confirmation on the developer, and it's gonna be CyberConnect 2. Now, CC2 developed Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles, and this game actually reuses a lot of assets from that game. But as far as I know, CC2 has never developed a board game like this, so I was curious, is this just Sega and Aniplex giving the permission to reuse the assets that they've had before? But no, it turns out it's actually the same developer, it's CC2. So with that in mind, let's watch the trailer, and I dug a little deeper, and I actually have a few extra clips from the website to show you. It's our board game, right? This trailer is in Japanese only, but you get to see some game modes. You know, drum mansion. You jump around avoiding obstacles, but the drum mansion rotates randomly. We have a full character select screen. That's all the characters right there. That's a cool character select screen. I wish they did that for the other games too. I think that's 2 boards right there. Drum mansion with the Natagumo Mountain and the Mugen train. And I believe this is the Mugen train that they're jumping into. Now, obviously, it's a party game. A lot of people are looking forward to the Hinokami Chronicles sequel. I do not believe this replaces the sequel at all. You could call this like a filler game. I think it stands on its own. You know, it could be fun on its own. And to be honest with you, a lot of the minigames actually do look kind of fun. If you're into a Mario Party style game, that is. If you're not into it, you're not into it. It doesn't have to be your thing. Now, you can have partners, and you get 2 dice. And obviously, there's a lot of things that can happen, including minigames. Jump the rope. Oh, he stopped focusing? That's probably a reaction game right there. Oh, that seemed like a mashing game. But then if the character turns around, they get mad at you. Anyway. Then it becomes night. There's a day-night cycle. The demons come out. Everything I've seen from the demon fights have been quick-time events. And I think you do the quick-time events by moving your Joy-Con. We'll see. I think they're really confident. Look at the amount of minigames that they're showing right here. Like, they're not shying away from just showing you a ton of stuff, and I think that shows they're really confident in this game. And there it is, the 25th of April. 2024. Now, usually on this channel, we do a big breakdown where we rewatch the trailer, sometimes watch things frame by frame to understand what they are, but this is a board game, so let's not go too crazy. I do want to show you some of the things that they go by pretty fast, just so we make sure that we all know what is happening here. So we have an early look at Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2. Seems like it's going to be a 4-player free-for-all. That's as close as you're going to get to an arena fighter with this one. But let's start with the character select screen. So as you can see, you have 12 playable characters, 5 of which have never been in a Demon Slayer game before. And if you've played the arena fighter, you will immediately recognize a lot of these portraits because they are the exact same as Hinokami Chronicles. Look at that pose from Tanjiro and Shinobu. That's exactly the same that you have in the other game. Now, they obviously had to make new ones for the characters that weren't playable there. And who knows, if there is a Hinokami Chronicles sequel, these are the models that we'll see over there. Then we have a quick look at the first board, which goes through the drum mansion into Natagumo Mountain right next to each other. I like that with the drum mansion, you basically choose where you want to go. And depending on the route you take, you might get to the exit quicker. There's a lot of potential for some fun stuff here with the drum mansion, like maybe swapping rooms with each other every other turn or so, or swapping the arrows so you can no longer enter a room, you can only exit. There's some fun to be had there. And then we have the second board you're going to be able to play in, and that is the Mugen train. And as you can see, most of it happens outside of the Mugen train, but there are a few spaces inside the train itself, and it does seem like the train is going to be running around this track, so you can actually catch the train at some of these stations. I can see 3 stations from here, and actually I see no other way to travel between these 2 areas. So taking the train will actually be mandatory. That seems like a fun gimmick too. Now, I don't know if there will be any other boards. 2 boards doesn't seem like a lot, so I definitely hope there's more here, but each one of these boards does seem to be very unique and has its own gimmick, which I definitely appreciate in a game like this. No matter the board, the goal seems to be to reach this specific square with a checkered flag. That is basically how you score points and how you win the game in the end. So much like Mario Party, players are racing to make it to a specific space, and that space usually has the star in Mario Party. In this case, it's just checkered flag. I don't know what it does or has, like, what's the significance there. Oh, I didn't notice this guy at first. Have we not suffered enough trying to speedrun Demon Slayer? Having to go through that whole walking section every single time? You're gonna put this guy in this game too? They show off a few minigames. Like I said, the website actually has full clips of minigames that we can actually watch together after this breakdown. But then it goes into nighttime and the demons come out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the demons seem to be the most boring part of this entire game. Every demon minigame is basically a quick time event that you play with a Joy-Con. And that's fine, but the quick time events also don't seem a lot of fun. Like swing your Joy-Con sideways, swing your Joy-Con downwards. I don't know, gameplay-wise, the minigames look a lot of fun, but then the demons, not really. But the day-night cycle does give you this interesting dynamic too, where during the day, you're playing minigames against each other, and then during the night, you're all cooperating, fighting against the demons. I wonder if there's like any sort of advantage to like sabotage your team. Because if you're in last place and you're cooperating, I mean, aren't you just increasing the lead of the first place? Aren't you encouraged to like sabotage the whole thing? I think that's an interesting dynamic. But that's basically the trailer. Now, let's watch some of those minigames that I did promise you guys. You can find these on the Japanese website. There's no audio for those on the website, but I did find a way to get these clips with audio. So hey, for the first time ever, here's some Demon Slayer sweep the board gameplay with the actual in-game sound. Oh wow. The countdown is the exact same as Hinokami Chronicles. Alright, so for this minigame, we are ruining our sword, and hopefully, they don't notice it in the back. I think there's just a timer at the top, so you can just pretty much mash the button before the timer runs out. Yeah, okay, you're basically risking it, and the longer you go, the more you risk. This one is basically find a pair, and it is actually a team game. So as you can see, down there, we have Kanronji and Rengoku together, and another team with Gyu and Tanjiro. And the cool thing is, you each have to take turns, so like you have to cooperate to find a pair. That's kind of smart. This one, I believe it's pretty much a reaction game. Whenever Tanjiro switches faces, you press the button. It's basically fastest wins. It's definitely just a reaction game. Here you gotta walk around and defeat these guys. You know, go for the ones closest. You know, that's because it's 4 players. Don't bother going for the highest points. Just make sure you keep slashing. Yeah, pretty simple. It's kind of a whack-a-mole. I believe we've seen this in Mario Party as well. This one is basically a temple run. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, 3 lanes. There's no jumping, I don't think. Is this... I think this music is new. I think it sounds a lot like Hinokami Chronicles, but it's not Hinokami Chronicles. I think they made new music, at least. This is Find the Nezuko. So Nezuko is on box number 1, and we can basically follow her. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna restart this and we can all play along. Nezuko is gonna be the first box, and then the boxes are gonna shuffle, and we need to find out where she is in the end. Okay, here we go. The shuffling has begun. I have kept track. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, I've lost. Okay, I'm gonna pause. You guys type in the comments right now where you think Nezuko is. No cheating. Is she in box 1, 2, 3, or 4? Let me know right now in the comments below. I'll wait. Or actually, I won't. There's a timer on screen. 3, 2, 1, and she is in box number... Oh! It's not at all where I thought she was. That's cool though. I like challenging these game modes, because otherwise everyone's just gonna guess right. Make these challenging. That's how I like it. Give it to me hard, baby. But that's gonna do it for a new look at Demon Slayer Sweep the Board. Let me know what you thought about everything we learned today. The release date, the developer, and all of these minigames. And for more Demon Slayer Sweep the Board, check out the initial reaction, which I just watched back and I realized, oh yeah, there's actually more boards than just 2. If you want to find out what those boards are, check out the video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Boy.